Do you want to know where to go to have all your problems solved, or at least to receive the strength to bear those problems? Well, the answer as to where to go is found in today's gospel. Jesus in today's gospel talks about King David, when he was hungry, entered the house of God. Now, by hungry, we shouldn't just take that to mean physical hunger, although it includes that, but by hunger, we should understand that to mean hunger in all of its forms, both physical and spiritual. And so when David was in that place, when he was hungry, what did he do? He entered the house of God. Years ago, centuries ago, churches were known as houses of prayer. That's because that's what they were. That's what the purpose of a church was, to be a house of prayer. Aside from the fact that churches were places to hold the celebration of the Eucharist, which is their number one function, a close number two is to be houses of prayer, places where people can just walk in when there's relatively fewer people, when the crowds aren't so big, and to have a moment of silent prayer with God. You remember the story of when Jesus was about 12 years old and his parents leave Jerusalem to go back to their home in Nazareth, and Jesus stays behind. And when Mary and Joseph find out that he's missing, they go on a frantic 3-day search for Jesus, and they find him after all that time. Where? In the temple. In the temple. That's no coincidence. God is always found in his temple. If you and I want to have an authentic connection with God, if you and I want to give ourselves the best chance at hearing the voice of God in our hearts, walk into a house of prayer and have a moment of prayer, of intimacy with God. Make that a challenge for yourself. Let's say you're going shopping today at the Eaton Center or whatever. You got 10 minutes to spare, walk into a church. Maybe you're discerning a religious vocation, to the priesthood, to religious life, or to marriage. Give yourself the best chance at hearing the voice of God by entering his house and having a moment with him in intimate prayer.